Hi, I'm Liz. I'm a trauma-informed yoga educator and passionate advocate for mental and emotional well-being. In this week's episode, we are diving into one of the most powerful yet often overlooked connection in healing, the relationship between meridians, emotions, and the nervous system. This isn't really just theory. It's something I teach and witness transform lives in my trauma-informed Yin Yoga and Chinese Meridians teacher trainings, and also in my daily classes. If you're a yoga teacher, a yoga practitioner, or someone on a healing journey, today's content will give you a fresh lens to understand your inner world, your emotional patterns, and how Yin Yoga can help regulate your nervous system through the meridian system of traditional Chinese medicine. Why emotions matter in trauma-informed Yin Yoga. In trauma-informed yoga, we understand that trauma is not something that happened to you, but as what happens inside you as a result. A nervous system stuck in a dysregulated state, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. One of the most profound, indirect, yet effective ways to regulate the nervous system is by working with emotions. Why? Because emotions are deeply somatic. They live in the body. And that's where the meridians come in. According to traditional Chinese medicine, meridians are energy pathways that run through the body, linking our organs, emotions, and deep connective tissues. Each meridian, apart from its physical aspects, has an emotional aspect. And by harmonizing the flow of qi, the vital force in our meridians, through Yin Yoga poses, by tackling the emotional aspect of the meridian on a deep somatic level, we can support the nervous system in its regulation process without needing to relive or retell our story. This is especially important in trauma-informed work. Not everyone is ready or able to speak about their trauma. Sometimes we don't even have memories of what happened to us. But the body remembers. The body keeps the score. The nervous system remembers. And Yin Yoga gives the body a voice. Our emotions are teachers. In our culture, we often label emotions as good or bad. But from a trauma-informed perspective, they are just emotions. Every emotion is a message, a teacher, a mirror. So let's explore what some of these emotions might be trying to show us. Anger shows you where your boundaries have been crossed, where you need to reclaim some space. Jealousy tells you what you deeply desire, where you want to be. Regret is an invitation to forgive yourself. Anxiety invites you to build a deeper trust and self-confidence. Shame is part of you that is longing for healing, acceptance, and compassion. Fear is the gatekeeper of your greatest potential, your greatest power yet to be unleashed. Sadness speaks about a loss that wants to be grieved and processed. Disappointment is the presence of unspoken expectations and unmet needs. In Yin Yoga, we do not bypass emotions. We witness and befriend them, because the most uncomfortable emotions are our greatest teachers. I would like to explore here a little bit the emotional aspects of the meridians. Let's break down the 5 main meridian pairs of Chinese medicine and their associated emotional states, and how imbalance versus balance might manifest on an emotional level. Let's start with liver and gallbladder meridians. In case of imbalance, you might experience suppressed anger, frustration, irritation, bitterness, even rage or aggression. When your liver and gallbladder meridians are balanced, you have the ability to process and release suppressed anger, remove bitterness, resentment, and cultivate a sense of peace, patience, and acceptance. In case the chi flow is imbalanced in stomach and spleen meridians, you might have a strong tendency to worry, to overthink, to overanalyze, ruminating, and people-pleasing tendencies. By balancing the chi flow in these energy channels, we can improve our self-worth, and we can establish healthy and firm boundaries around our time, energy, physical body, learning to say no without feelings of guilt and shame. When kidney and urinary bladder meridians are imbalanced, you might experience fear, anxiety, a sense of insecurity, chronic stress, or a tendency for suspicion. By balancing the flow of chi in kidney and urinary bladder meridians, you can establish a felt sense of safety, a deep sense of trust in yourself and in your relationships. In case lungs and large intestine meridians are imbalanced, you might experience grief, a deep sadness, or difficulty letting go and moving on after suffering losses. By balancing the chi flow in these energy channels, we can evoke feelings of hope, comfort, and consolation, and it can support us in a healthy processing of our losses, letting go and moving on. In case heart and small intestine meridians are imbalanced, you might experience deep sadness, jealousy, codependent attachment tendencies in your relationships, a sense of abandonment, perhaps guilt, shame. And by balancing the flow of chi in these energy channels, we can invite more joy in our lives, forgiveness and compassion towards ourselves and others, a sense of gratitude and contentment, and we might have a better tendency of establishing more secure attachments in our relationships. So let's overlay this with nervous system survival states. The main emotion we experience in a fight response dysregulated nervous system state is anger. Anger is the main emotion that corresponds with the imbalanced liver and gallbladder meridians. So by working on harmonizing the flow of chi in these energy channels, we can support our nervous system to regulate from a fight response. In case of a flight response, the main emotions we experience are fear and anxiety, which in Chinese medicine correspond with kidney and urinary bladder meridian. Fawn response is characterized by a strong tendency to worry, to overthink, and to people please, which are the emotional aspects of stomach and spleen meridians. The freeze state, or the nervous system shutting down and collapsing, mostly corresponds with the heart and small intestine meridians and the Sanjiao, the triple burner meridian. So from this collapsed, numb and frozen state, the best way to move ourselves is through gentle, flowy bodily movements which stimulate heart and small intestine and Sanjiao meridians. So this is how working with the physical body, stimulating certain meridians in the energy system, we can indirectly impact the nervous system by tackling the emotional aspects of these meridians. Therefore, by addressing the emotional aspects of meridians, we can support the nervous system, shifting out of survival states and back into regulation. This emotion, meridian, nervous system connection is at the heart of what I teach in my 100-hour Yin Yoga and Chinese meridians teacher training. This training is not just about Yin Yoga postures. It's about emotional resilience, energetic anatomy, and the nervous system fluency that comes with practice. Most of us were never taught to safely be with our uncomfortable emotions. Trauma-informed Yin Yoga gives us that opportunity. In this course, we go deep into how each pose affects specific meridians, what emotions they help to process, and how to sequence classes that offer emotional release and nervous system regulation to your students or to yourself. If this information that I have shared in this episode resonates deeply and you wish to explore further, I invite you to download my free ebook about meridians, emotions, and Yin Yoga. Join my upcoming 3 days free trauma awareness webinar from the 4th till the 6th of July. Join my next live trauma-informed Yin Yoga teacher training in Thailand, which is coming up in August. If traveling is not an option for you right now, I invite you to join the waitlist of my online self-paced 100-hour trauma-informed Yin Yoga and Chinese meridians teacher training, which is going to launch in the end of this year, 2025. You are also welcome to explore how you can work with me one-on-one. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future episodes. Thank you for being here, and remember, your emotions are teachers and they are there for a reason. They are messages. So let's learn together how to listen. Thank you so much.